NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Vikings and the football team next on EA Sports.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heineke now looking to throw on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the play fake, and now Heineke. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now Cousins, escaping the pressure right. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, 47 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
DeAndre Carter returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Heineke's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Vikings pick up the football. 20, 10. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Carter now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt, and that second drive's pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. A handoff running left is Gibson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Heineke to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On 3rd down, Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, a 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to make this a close game again. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Heineke now. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Heineke. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Danielle Hunter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Here's Cousins. sliding out of the pocket. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Rolling to his right. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, an 11-yard. Touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Joseph on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Carter now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Tressway now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cousins now to throw on first down. Steps away to his left. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Flushed out right. Throw caught there by Osborne. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, Cousins. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Carter now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Cousins now. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins dancing to his left. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. But for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gott.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Play fake. Cousins steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 52 yards. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Carter now on the return. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. On 1st and 10, Heineke. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Here we go. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. That's Samuel, caught left side, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now Heineke. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Heineke with a 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
Well, when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
And this one is right through. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Space to run past the 20. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Back now at FedEx Field, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Cook following the penalty. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Let's go!
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and... Play action now. Cuz under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And this Viking offense is running away with this one.
So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Here's Carter now on the return.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 30 on second down. Heineke. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down.
Throwing. Heineke.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. The utter domination here just continued. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Breaks a tackle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The kick by Joseph is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Third and short yardage, Heineke.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And they'll throw again, Heineke.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys